Hello everybody and welcome to the 250th episode on the Hermitcraft server. That is insane, 250 episodes. Oh, where are we right now? Some of you may know. I'll first of all just want to quickly say thank you very much for all of your support over this time. 250 episodes, what a big number. And then I thought, well, I've got about 250,000 subscribers and this would have never have been possible without all of you. So thank you very much, really. Thank you for all of your support. And today we are not actually on the Hermitcraft server. Can you guess where we are right now? I know some of you are watching and you're screaming, I know exactly where you are. And some of you are newer to the Hermitcraft series and maybe don't know where I am right now. We are actually on a world download of the old Hermitcraft server. And I thought, 250 episodes, I need something special to do. And I thought, what would be better than going around the old Hermitcraft server, having a look at that again for all the people who have been here for the longest time watching all of these episodes, and for those of you that are new and don't know what the original world was like. And this is it right here. What can I say? This is the portal room at the very beginning of the island, and this is something that I built, so that will take you through to the Nether. There is so much to see, and it's really strange logging on again because it feels like this is just a normal place to be. It's so familiar, but it's been over a year since I last played on here. So I built these little rooms up the top here. I have no idea who built that ship, by the way. When I logged in and I saw that, I thought, you know what, out of all the things that have been built on here, I don't know who built a simple little ship like that. Maybe it was built not long before I logged off. One other thing we can do here is go into creative mode. I think I'm going to... Oh, apparently I don't have the permission, so I've got to do a little bit of MBT editing to do that. I think I'm going to try and avoid flying around too much, though, because on my 100th episode special we did a world tour of this world in creative mode. It wasn't quite as built up as it is now. However, I thought it'd be nicer just to see it like this. So this is the slime farm from Red Eyes. There is so much stuff to see on this map, and it is available for download as well. There will be a link in the description box. I think I'm going to have to breeze through because I kind of want to go and see a little bit of everything. And this is Joe Hills' horse stable, which is very unstable. If you break a single block on this, the whole thing is just going to fall apart. So after doing a lot of recording and spending a lot of time over at my base, I realised that we're going to have to split this tour up into 2 episodes. And then I remembered how we used to do the old double Hermitcraft on this server, so I thought it would be quite fitting to do that. Now the double Hermitcraft is simply a challenge. You guys get the opportunity to support me, you get double the amount of videos, and you can basically unlock a video sooner. So if you want to leave a like on this video, and let's say we get 2,000 likes, and then I will publish the second video, the one that comes after this, at the time that we hit that number, rather than later in the day, which I'll probably do around 10 o'clock, so it'll be like 5.5 hours later anyway. So you'll get it either way or not, but if you want to do that and support me, then that will be great. And I've already recorded a lot of the tour. So we're going to start this thing off by going into the Nether, checking out the Nether hub, and then going over through the Nether tunnel that I built over to Avalon and checking out my old base. And that's what we're going to be doing for the majority of this episode. So in the next one, then we'll be checking out the spawn town, checking out the games area over there, and having a look at other people's bases as well. I'm really looking forward to this, actually, because this old Nether hub, a lot of time and effort we went into it, and it looks like it's not loading correctly. And of course we don't even have a proper Nether hub or minecart system in the new map yet, and that is really loud. Let's just turn down the volume a little bit and move away from it. This is the old Nether hub. It is amazing, actually, coming back and looking at this. This was a great community project, everyone working together. We had this little platform in the middle, and then I think Generic designed these chains that went from one side to the other, and over time it got more and more elaborate and we did more and more work to it. We had these 2 layers for tunnels to be around the outside, and then we had all of this glass down the bottom. I remember clearing out some of this land underneath with TNT, so there was a nice big view of the lava lake from down here, and all kinds of crazy things that we got up to. These chickens right here are from a little bit of a prank that I played on everyone, and I think this would be the tunnel which they escaped from. So if we go down the end here, you might hear a load of chickens because there used to be a little chicken machine somewhere down here, and I think actually this is kind of near to where it was. Yeah, it looks like it's been patched up. Oh, and now fallen down a little bit further. I don't know where the rest of this tunnel goes. Probably leads nowhere, doesn't it? Anyway, let's go back and have a look at the shopping area, which is just up here. So we had a whole bunch of fun here building a nice little shop area in the Nether. You had Topmass's Gentleman's Club over here. I remember me and Biffa came here once, and I had a laughing fit because there was an iron golem behind. Like, there he is. This is the guy. And for some reason he was just acting really strange, or something was up with him. And where I was standing, it just looked so derpy. I remember laughing really hard. It was good memories. Yeah, so that's Topmass's Gentleman's Club. On the other side, we have the agency headquarters, or no, it's not the headquarters, is it? It's just our little shop over here where me and Biffy used to have our little agency, and you could take a book and drop it in the chest and request us to come and investigate. This one right here is Monkey Farm's Quartz for Nether Brick Shop. That never really took off. And then we have my TNT shop over here. I don't think I even put any prices down. Oh, there you go. There's some in that book right there. Yep, I got an enormous amount of TNT when playing on this server. Over on this side we have, I think, Pungence's King Midas shop or something. There you go. And yes, there used to be another little storyline here on the server. We had a member on the server who no one knew who it was. Jeff the Minion somehow got onto here and started doing some crazy stuff. I might put a link to that in the description box if I remember, and if I find it. That was some of the other adventures going on the server. So I think this is Schism's, yeah, gently chewed food shop. And does he have any gently chewed food? Mandibled, blah, blah. I can't even read that one. Chicken leg. Gently chewed stairs. Very nice. What else do we have around here? I think that might have been generic shop, but he covered it up or something. I am Spoon's pumpkin shop up the top here. Then we have Quartz or Us from the Goon Squad coming soon. And down the bottom here we got a whole bunch of shops. I won't go through all of them. You can come down here and check them out for yourself. Kralis even built a nice little cabin down here as well. And it was good memories of this place. D-Max Iron Shop. It's nice to see all of this again. And I think this is Hypnotized Bed. Yeah, the resting place. Of course, if you sleep in a bed on the Nether, it's going to blow up like that. But we're in creative mode, and I wanted to see what that looked like. And of course, this is just a backup of the map, so it doesn't affect anything. Generic Bee's poisonous potato shop over here as well. Pretty cool little thing going on there. So that is the Nether hub, and now I think it is time for us to head over to my base. So let's go and have a look at my little entrance. It's this one right here. Got some iron and slabs and lava on the side, and when we go around the side here, it takes us down to the entrance. So there is it that? No, that just dispenses the minecart. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's a T flip-flop. I thought that was a... Well, there you go. It's a quick thing. I don't know why they were extended. So you press that and you can use that to hop up here. But the idea is from down here anyway, you can just press the button, sit in there, then the tripwire will set it off, and off you go. That little track right there is so when you come back down, it just sets you off to the side. But this is my Nether tunnel, and this is a huge project that took a long time. So we're just going to ride through this and have a look from side to side. You can see, yes, it's repetitive, but think about how much work it was to build all of this. We're about 10% done of the journey so far. And these half slabs, they kind of spoil it a little bit at times, but they're there to stop pigment spawning, and of course they now don't walk on tracks. But this is my Nether tunnel. You're probably thinking it looks pretty cool. There's grass, there's slabs, there's a little bit of lava, but from the outside, that is where the spectacular view is. And we're actually going to hop out the minecart and have a look at that in a second. But first of all, let's check out this diagonal section, because most of this thing is like that, and it's pretty awful to see. So yeah, let's just break the roof and fly out the top. Oh man, I really loved this project. It was fantastic to do. Putting all of the lava in the ceiling and having it suspend down to hold up the tunnel, that was just a fantastic idea. I love how it looks. And it was so dangerous building it, you know, ghast spawning out here, and you can see they have made a right mess of the Nether around here as well. And at the corner is close to where other people's stuff is. So just over here, somewhere around here there you go, like another Nether tunnel. And yeah, it just extends all the way down here with all of this lava to hold it up. I gotta say, we had a terrific time on this map back here. It was really good playing with everyone, and look at this building right here. It's just insane. So it comes all the way down to the end here, and of course it took me a long time to build, and then it changes up a little bit here. Let's hop back inside of it. Goes down this little slope over here, and then we've got another suspended bit. I think this one is a lot lower down. Let's pop up top and have a look again. Yeah, so you got some larger bits of lava hanging down over there, and then it goes into the ground, and this is actually where it changes. So the style changes down here into this netherrack, nether brick. I think I used that because there used to be a fortress around here, or there still is, and so there's lots of that on hand, and I decided to use it. But we are about to see an amazing sight down here. This is one of the best projects I think I've ever worked on this server. Found the nether fortress, and this is the tunnel, by the way. It goes down there. I think actually we're going to go through the fortress because it should open up and you'll be able to see this fantastic build in the nether. I absolutely love this. This is just one of my favourite things. Look at that. A giant nether pyramid in the nether with loads of grass around it. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I love it. Let's go down here and let's have a look inside. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool to see again. And that, if you're wondering what that is, what is going on down there, that is a map of the old island. This is my base. I came all the way out here to this secluded island because I wanted to just have a nice big area to myself, and this island was kind of perfect for it. And then one of our nether projects, which took an insane amount of time, I also think I started building this map the wrong way around as well, but it was to build a scale map, and it is the scale of the island from up above, and then use this as a map to get around. So it never worked out too well for visitors. I don't think it's really marked too well where the portals are, but if you have a look here, it says the arena. Then you can go over here and it says, can't remember what this sign said, I'm sorry, Biffa. Okay. Strip mine, and then spider farm, and so you could use it to get to all of the different places, and of course where they are, or where the portal is where it is on the island. So we should go down below. What's this one over here? That is the sheep farm. Oh, the sheep farm, yes. I'm remembering so many of the projects now. Yeah, check it out. So this is the underground area. There's loads of portals all cleverly synchronized up, which was a real pain. And yeah, it just kind of goes... Oh yeah, of course we're going to go straight through, aren't we? This is more of a technical thing right here. This is transporting from mob drops that goes underneath, because we use the nether to collect them. So I'm just going to break that. Oh, well, that didn't work, apparently. Let's go back in there. So apparently portals work like that now, that's okay. Yeah, that takes all of the drops down to this bit right here, which is like an underground area. You got a map of the island. Look at that. That looks so cool. I really missed this project, I gotta say. It never got finished, did it? There was look at all of this land that never got used. We built a lot around this area here. This is a kind of constructed forest area, I guess you could say. Lots of trees with pathways to get around. Down here we had the village project at the bottom. We had the breeding farms over on that side. A few bits and bobs in the middle. Had our jungle biome over on that side. That was really cool, building a custom jungle biome. And then there's some stuff for the mob farm and the arena, as it's called. You can kind of see a bit of the arena down there, I think. If you have a look at that strange checker pattern, that's because most of that is actually glass. There is a huge underwater structure down here. Oh, this map was absolutely fantastic. I kind of miss it now, you know. I didn't want it to get reset when we made a group decision to do so, and playing on the new map has been fantastic, but this old one is just classic, and it's down here that all of those mob drops and pumpkins as well would collect, because there is a pumpkin farm that, yeah, sends items into the nether. And that was a project I never really finished. I could have done a bit more of that, you know. Have automatic farms sending items into the nether to be collected. So, before we go and have a look at the Avalon Island, my voice is getting a little bit croaky again, so out this way there is an ice ring thing, ice project. Let's have a quick look at that. We'll have a quick look and then we'll head back. So, this is it right here. You can go up to the top, that's just a storage area down below. And actually, this thing is a little bit more elaborate than I remember. Yeah, all of this area will freeze the water, so you can Go across and just with your pick mine out all of the ice that's already there. It will drop down onto you. I think sometimes it lands on the sides, but you can pick that up as well. And then the water will just freeze back over. So you could do a little bit of AFKing over here. And then let's check it out as well. We can just break, yeah, like that. That is really cool. That is a really cool project. Anyway, let's go back down and show you the other thing that I wanted to do. There's the island over there with the houses. Oh, that is amazing to see. I love it. I love this island and this world so much. I haven't even thought about it or been over here in so long. So anyway, our tunnel goes down to the next level. And yes, I used this pattern over and over again. It was very tedious to build, but very fun as well. I really did enjoy it. But down the end here we have our Wastelands, the original Wastelands project. Can't wait to see this. Where does that go? That'll come back to me in a bit. And you can also send through minecarts in through this portal. Oh, that's the witch farm. Yes, the witch farm. So you can send minecarts through this portal and they would land on these tracks and go down. So it was a way for me to send materials from the wasteland back over. And obviously our Wastelands project on this one was much more expansive and bigger. But you can see we did, well, compared to what we've done on the new map, I'd say not a lot, to be honest. This looks like the kind of area I would cover in one go. And it goes over on this side as well, actually. But it was a really fun project, just to remove everything and see how it looked without it. And my plan was to, you know, cover as much of this desert as I could, but it was a little too ambitious back then. And so you've got, yep, you've got like a minecart track system to bring them up here and then unload the goods from this one into the next one, because I kind of liked the idea of that having, you know, not the most clever and efficient thing to do, which is sometimes, you know, a little bit boring, was to put items into those water streams down the bottom there. Then they would go into this little area where it would put them into minecarts and then send them all the way up to the top here, where the minecarts would arrive. They would empty all of their goods down into this minecart chest, and then they would leave, and it would also send this one through the Nether, which was pretty cool. And I think we've seen most of this now, and we can fly, which is really cool. So we'll have a quick look over here. This is where it went into a jungle biome, and I decided that I also wanted to remove a lot of that as well, just to see what happens, see if we get any ocelot spawns. But there you go, that is this project right here. I love how it looks from over here. And what is this down here? I don't know. I think this is just a room that had lots of lava in. But yes, you can see, oh, there's a ravine through the middle of it. And of course we built, yeah, this little thing going down to the bottom. Fantastic. Oh, and it goes right into a ravine, yes. And then down here there is a little mining project that I started where we played around with mining with TNT just to see what would happen and how much we would get. And yeah, I set off like tunnels of TNT and just let it all explode and chase down after it, gathering materials. We've done quite a bit of that around here. I think we decided it wasn't very efficient or practical, but that was awesome. Maybe that's something we could do on Hermitcraft 2.0, you know, because I got tons and tons of sand. I could definitely build, you know, a mob trap to get some gunpowder, and then we could do some TNT mining. But anyway, we're going to head back up to the surface now. My throat is getting a little bit strained again from all the talking. We will go and check out the witch farm next. Well, this place is a sight to behold, and somewhere around here I have a map of this project. But let's just fly up into the sky so you know what I'm on about here. Look at that half slabbing. This was me building a perimeter around a witch farm. Do you know what? I never really got this thing going. I spent so much time removing the land around here, and you can see there were some mountainous areas, there were some really big hills. Done some TNT exploding down here to help get rid of all of this. It was really fantastic to do this project. Excuse me. Took a lot of time and effort. And as I said, the witch farm never really got going. That witch is swimming. How did you get out of here? It's an old witch farm design. You can see it doesn't even work. Let's nudge these guys. Over you go. Down you go. If that one there's broken, the one in the middle is broken and they're all standing on there, I wonder if that means that so many have spawned that the ones that didn't get trapped just stayed in the middle, which could mean it's working pretty good. But I never really built the bottom of that up, so there's nothing too fancy to see down there. It's just the top area really. Half slabbing this entire perimeter. Can't remember how much caving I'd done down below. I think I went around and I removed water. Yes, I removed water from everywhere because I thought, while I'm doing this, why don't I also double it up, remove all of the water in the area and make it a squid farm one day, which turned out to be a really silly idea because why would you build a squid farm in the middle of a swamp? So underneath all of these half slabs I also filled in all of the water as well. This is a crazy project and it never got finished, but I don't mind. It was really fun to do and we had a pretty cool witch farm from this thing, but I think we've seen everything there is to see here really, so we're going to head back over to Avalon, which is the name of the island that my main base is located on. So we will start off our tour of Avalon with the Avalon hub. That is the central area of our base, and the portals are out. That is interesting none the least, and I can't remember, I'm pretty sure I did mention this at some point. I used to have this trap down here for ages. It was a secret portal where if I knew someone was coming I could turn this thing on, turn off all of these ones, and then when they came through it would send them down to a little trap with a message saying you have been caught out or something like that. But here at the hub we had a little storage area down here on the side, and I don't know how I managed with such a small storage area. It's good to have a look through these chests and just remember how much stuff I collected and what we got up to here. I don't know where my valuables are. I think over here is like items, armor and things like that. Yeah, there's some armor there. Weapons, look at all those tools. Crazy. Crazy amounts. And somewhere around here are the diamonds. Where are the diamonds? Come on. I don't know. One diamond there and it's a non-magical diamond. There we go. That's all on my wares. Apparently I had no diamonds left. That is because I threw them all in lava at the very end of this series. Yeah, we had a stack of diamond blocks and I threw them away. So down on this side is my respawn machine, so my bed or spawn point would be set over here, and when I came through I could stand here. Apparently that doesn't work anymore. That's really strange. Why does redstone I don't know. I'm still flying apparently. No, I'm not flying. I don't know what's going on there, but that will refill you with armor and things like that. Then there's some ender pearls down the bottom here. You can head back up to the top. Then over on this side there is a potion brewing area. This is a really fantastic project. We've got loads of potions up here that you can just grab, but this is the place that I brewed them all, down the bottom here. Really nice room. This is a really cool project. And down here we had a really advanced brewing machine. You could probably do them a lot more compact now, but what you could do is you could choose what type of potion you wanted to do, so it would give you the right ingredients, and then you could add splash damage to it, so you'd also get a piece of gunpowder. Maybe this doesn't work anymore, probably doesn't. You could also add, what one would that be? Duration, redstone, and potency would be glowstone. But it appears that this thing doesn't work anymore, and I think that is the button to reset those. So where's the button to actually... Oh no, you just press one of these and then it will activate it, and it will chuck you down all the things that you need. But of course it's old and probably broken, but we can go behind and have a quick look at the redstone. So if you go up the top here, there is actually another little project here. There is this thing for moving potions round to the other side. Then there's all of this for refilling, opening the dispensers. Then round here we have a little nether wart farm, and that is actually it for this area. Really fun little project that was, that nether wart farm. But if we go down here, we can see the redstone, and it is a massive mess. Oh, look at this thing. It is crazy, but it was so much fun to do. And you know what? You could probably compact it, but it was really cool building all of this, designing it, and then bringing it here into Hermitcraft and building it. It was great fun, and unfortunately it doesn't work anymore. But that is 3/4 of the hub. And if we just head all the way back over to the other side, by the way, that's where the minecart thing comes back out, over on this side. We head all the way over to this side, we have our enchanting area and our item storage, which I think I stopped using, or maybe not, after a while. But the idea here was just to store all of the different things in dispensers, so whenever you needed something you would just come over here, press a button to get what you needed, which was pretty damn cool. And it looks like most of these are empty now, because I decided after a while that actually storing like them storing them like that. There we go. Wasn't the best way to do it. So there is a lot more to see on this place. There is so much stuff to see outside. I guess, well, we've got a sugarcane farm here. We'll go over to the jungle biome. This shouldn't take too long to look around. This was a custom biome that I built, so there was never a jungle here. I just decided to make one. We've got this cool little bridge that leads over the top. And I think these chests are just from where I was building and got too lazy to tidy them up. We've got a record farm studio thing right here. This is my old mob spawner. I'm really proud of this project. It was very ambitious. You have a big underground mob spawner. They come up to the top, and then you can choose what path to separate them down to. So there's a whole bunch of options for things you can do. One of them takes them up and drops them down, which is kind of hard to see now because we've got all of this jungle stuff going on, but you can select them over here. So send mobs to XP farm. Keep mobs that don't despawn in processing area. We'll talk about that in a bit. Do not select. Drown mobs and send them to the Nether. So when that one at the end is selected, they go all the way down to the end, and they actually go all the way down there. And if you remember earlier when we were going through portals, there was a weird underground passage with a stream. That is where it goes. So it drowns the mobs, items come around the side, and then they get sent all the way down there. And this thing is really effective. Look at the amount of creepers we are getting. We can actually just pop down here and have a look. This is what the mob spawner looks like on the inside. That is a lot of mobs to see right there, and not so many on the next layer. But basically the idea is they walk off the edge, they go into these water streams, and then when they come to the middle there's actually a mob elevator here. So I decided to go for the elevator style instead, and now we're inside the trap. Let's get out of here. But the normal thing to do would be to build your mob trap up high and drop the mobs out of it, which is quicker, and you can also make it into an XP farm easier, but it just, I don't know, I wanted to do something different, so we built ours underground. And then we got another little storage area over here, and those mobs are making a lot of noise. And then this is like a maintenance area for filling up these. So what it's doing right now is the mobs are going through, and the ones that won't despawn will pick up items. So we give them a pumpkin head, and they go down to another area which was part of a huge project. But let's finish looking at this. There's not much else to see out in this area of the island. I think I wanted to build a castle on this bit one day. But over here you can see the jungle biome just kind of goes all the way around this area. It looks fantastic. Really does. Loved playing on this map. You've got the sheep farm over there in case you want to see what it looks like from up above. We'll come back to that later. But right now we're going to fly down to what I think is just called the arena. So those mobs that don't despawn, they go down here, and apparently they get clustered up in a group for some reason. Okay, it looks like water has gone missing around here. Let's see if we can just fix that quickly and make it... Oh, what's going on? Oh, so there's a block. Oh, I don't even know what's going on. Never mind. So they will eventually, hopefully, go all the way down here, and they will go into a room which is hidden all the way down here. And this is the way you get into it. So, what is going on over here? We've got some options. You can send them to the arena or to the dungeon. They will all land in here, by the way. So they come down the side of this stream, as they're about to do right now. And they go into this room, which you can actually give them items. So if we go around the back here and go up on the other side, then you can put items into these dispensers, give them armor and weapons and things like that. That's a little shortcut pathway down here. Here you go. Here's all of the random items. You see, we enchanted these, and it's so cool, this thing. Let's just do a little bit of it right now. So you would do something like this. Just take out a bunch of items and put them into the dispensers, and then you would go around and give them to whatever mobs you had collected in that area. So let's go and press the I don't know what button does it actually. Toggle, isn't it? So let's press that button. There we go. And now they've got some armor and weapons like that. And then we would open this up and say, let's go to the arena. They would drop down into there. This project was fantastic. It's amazing coming back to this, just seeing the things we used to do. Yep, you can pick up your items there that they didn't pick up, so you don't lose them. Then in this area here, you can actually control the mobs coming through. So you can say, okay, I want that guy to have that sword. Then he'll pick it up, and if he doesn't, I'll just come down to this little area here. Give that guy a sword as well, and then you can send them through to the next area, which we can walk past them if we go over here. So they'll go down below us, and they'll go all the way through here. And again, you've just got these pistons as like little stopping chambers, so you can group the mobs up and separate them and stuff, because this all goes to a player versus mob arena, which is all done in survival. Oh, it's amazing coming back here and seeing all of this. So this thing right here dispenses a load of potions all at once, so you can fill this thing up with 3 potions, because all of the mobs will come round into this little area here, and then you can activate that and drop them down into the arena. So where do we go now? Is it down here? Yep, it's down here. And then around to the side. So this line of redstone comes up and powers the thing and activates it, and down the bottom here is this little area, and it looks really weird because that's not loading. Let's try that again. Oh, that just moved me. That is really strange. It won't load this area here. Okay, I think I'm going to have to reload the world. Okay, so now it reloads it. This is the arena. The mobs will drop down from up the top here somewhere. This bit right here, I do believe. Yep, that's right. So there's pistons behind there, and these guys would get pushed out, and then they would fall down into the arena, where we had all kinds of fun playing games, you know, fighting mobs. And this is it right here. Underneath here there is a dungeon. This was something that I did with Generic B and Corrales. So we had the mobs were put into rooms, and you go through the rooms one by one. But I've kind of taken this thing apart by now. But this was it right here. There were dispensers. They would give them potion effects, and then they would push up, and the mobs would come out and fight Corrales and Generic. It was a really cool project. Over the back here we had some sort of smelting project where we ran into a load of technical problems, and talking about it in the Hermitcraft chat, Dinnerbone actually decided to take a look into it, and he found out that there was a problem here, and he fixed it for us, so eventually that thing worked. But that is pretty much everything going on down here. If we go around to the side down here, yes, this is it. This is the little mini Nether hub for this area. So you'd come through from the other side. You could press a button to go through like that, and then it closes. You can come up to the top here where you can set your spawn, put your items into the chest, and then go outside and fight the mobs. It was a fantastic project, and I love how this place looks, the build here as well, with all the smooth stone and the orange and blue. Looks really cool. But I'm going to take a break again, doing a lot of talking. My voice is really hurting, but that is the arena, so we have seen that and the hub, and I think the next thing we're going to go and see will be the sheep farm. So this is another crazy project. I love how this little room down the end here looks, by the way. But this project is all about the sheep up there, and this thing's kind of broken now because you can't breed sheep anymore, but the idea is you've got this two-tool walkway here. You've got one block gap there on the side, so you've got grass here, grass above you. So there's loads of grass to spread to the ones in the middle, which all of these sheep eat. And then all you do is you go down just holding right click with your shears, and you do have to go back and collect it after because you don't always pick it up straight away, but it stores tons and tons and tons of sheep, and it's a really great way of getting tons and tons of wool really quickly, and it was definitely a fun project to build as well. If we go down to the end here, I don't think I really did too much collecting with this thing over here. It was definitely good if you needed a colour in bulk. You could come over here and spend some time, but you can see there's not too much in the chest. And if we go up the top here, just through this little passageway that I made, you can see there's the jungle biome over there. This is the roof of the sheep farm, so you can see it underneath all of that water. And this just leads down to some caves, I do believe. I think I had an X-ray machine set up inside here. Yeah, there it is, an old X-ray machine. This shouldn't work. There you go. No, it doesn't work anymore. So, we have seen a lot of the islands so far. This is the sugarcane farm. Nothing too interesting there. We rebuilt that on Hermitcraft 2.0. This is the forest of all the paths through it. And before we go and look at that, I want to show you these animal breeding pens. This was one of the first projects I did when I came over here. We got the water to hold back the animals so that they don't escape, because they used to glitch through blocks. And this was one hell of a project. I really liked this one. If you go down to the end here, you can go down below, and there's these like collection areas. So when you press the buttons, what it does is it it changes something up here. I actually kind of forget how it works. I think you hold wheat when you're down the bottom, and then the cows will follow you and walk into the water, and then this will open up, they'll fall down through the lava and die, and the same thing for the pigs on the other side. However, this cooker thing down here is slightly different to the other one, just because of the way that things work, but I don't even know if this really works anymore. If we press that button, then up the top here, there you go, look, the water changes as well, so any pigs that walk into the water will have an unfortunate demise, and if I'm holding down carrots or whatever it is the pigs like, then they're going to move towards it, and then that guy will become cooked bacon. Let's have a look. Yep, that's how it works. So then we close it off, and we press the button on the other side, and we should get some water. Yes, and then that brings our pork chop, cooked pork chop, to us. Yes, that is what it's called. So that is the animal breeder over here. In these leaves up the top, I hid the occasional red wall and stuff to try and add a little bit of detail, make it look like grapes and things like that. And then over here, we have a farm that was inspired by Etho's Nether water farm, where he had them in a row and you would shift them back and forth. And then I thought, why don't we do that with wheat? Don't know if this still works. No, it doesn't. But the idea is, you know, you go across one side and you hold down right click, so you plant down all of your wheat. Actually, no, that's not how it works. Yeah, it is. Do you know what? I can't remember, because you use bone meal on this one as well. It has been so long since I've used this. You put down your seeds going across one way, then you come back holding down bone meal. Do you know what? I'm not even sure how that works anymore. So, now that I give myself some time to think about it, this was from a time where bone meal used to grow a crop in one go. So you'd walk across, plant down all of the seeds, and then when you'd walk back with the bone meal, it would of course fully grow all of them, and when you get to the end, what this is supposed to do is to push it that way and back again, so it harvests. And then when you go back across, planting down your seeds, you pick up all of the crops and seeds, and then you go back with your bone meal. It was a really good farm, and I like how it looks here, just built into the side. So let's continue our tour of Avalon. Do you know what? This is so awesome looking around this map again. It's such a good idea to do this. We have a snow farm over here. This uses a water pool to collect all of the snow. And I think if we break that, it should instantly replace, or maybe not. This guy probably needs nudging, or maybe that's broken. It is an old map, but this area is really fun to do actually. Placing down lots of saplings and growing them with bone meal and just carving these nice little paths through this area. It was a really good idea. We got our animal breeding machines over here. I don't think I actually ever used these after I made them. The idea is you go up to the top here, you breed them on the left and the right, and then you can, I think if I press the button it's water. No, you use the water to breed them, and then the babies, do you know, I can't even remember how this works. I think this is the one where you just kill a few of them after they've grown up, which isn't the best of ways to do it anymore. This right here is the first place we settled down on the island, this little tree. That's why there's this separate area for it. We put our beginning items in these chests, which have been moved around and stuff. But this is the tree where we first hung out, and there's a really cool view from the top of this. And the ladder is still here. And the view is still pretty cool, actually. But let's go down and continue our tour around this area. There's quite a few things left to see, but we are certainly getting through them. This place had a lot of little projects throughout it. So we've got a garden area over there. Actually, let's take a quick look in this area. It's pretty fun to build now, falling in the water. And then over here we had a fishing farm. This down here we did a long time before a lot of people caught on to doing this, I noticed. This is the old fishing farm design where you would actually resupply yourself with items. So you can see there's fishing rods in here. That redstone is there so you can take it out and connect it down here somewhere. But basically, I think it's right there. If you power this, it's going to continuously give you items which will get picked up by a dropper down below. And that reminds me of how long we've had droppers for now. We had them on the old world, but it would just cycle through them over and over again. And then whenever your fishing rod broke, it would give you a new one. So there is a nice little seating area around here. But let's go just back through to the next area down this way. We put in some wheat over the edges here. This bit is another animal breeding machine, yet another design. I can't even remember which one this is. There have been so many of them. I think this is the one, and it appears to be broken, where they go down to the end here, and then there's like a little area down below. Yep, look. and it cooks them back there, and it sends all of their drops up here, and all of the stuff used to get caught in that and broken all the time. Then over to the side here we have the nano farm, which was designed originally by an host, I do believe, and that's like a modified one right there. And this room is pretty cool looking. Then back round to the other side we had our wishing well, and also Sean the sheep. Totally forgotten about him. Saved by the subs, that's right. You guys said to keep Sean the sheep, so we built him a little pen over here, and from time to time I would change the colour of Sean the sheep as well. And he's got a whole bunch of friends over here as well. But that's Sean the sheep's little shrine. Loved building that. We've got our wishing well over here. I think I chucked a bunch of diamonds into them, whereas actually there was hoppers underneath, and if you go down over here it should, well, apparently it takes you down there as well. Yes, it puts everything into that chest right there. So cool little project that was. I like how this thing looks as well. And if we go around to the side, oh, there are just more and more things as we come round here. I'm remembering so much about building this place, it's insane. This is our first and only beacon in this area. We had a load of these houses which were actually dedicated to donators at the time. You can see we put their name on the sign, so I built them a cool little house and then give them a sign as a way of saying thank you. This house right here was really fun to build. This was me trying to do some, modern designing, and looking back at it, this looks really snazzy in here. There's a nice little like kitchen surface with some seats and a cooking area, and the shape and design of the room. I do like this. Very good. And up the top here you got a couple of bedrooms with these sky lamps. Love that house, it's really cool. Had a lot of fun doing this. I really do miss it. This is where we started to do the library building. I wasn't too happy with how this turned out and didn't really finish it, but it's just a library building, as I said. Up here we have two more of these cool little village houses. This one over here is the bar, and you can see the interiors are okay, but this was before item frames as well, so there's a lot more you can do these days. And this one, I love doing this one. Let's check this out. Small Home, which is Thomas Foster's. And what I liked about this is the way you had this little bedroom right here with the lamp next to it, just hidden away. It looks so cool. Nice little cooking area, some seating, and a place to sit down and eat. I love it. This house over here, I think this is the double one. Yeah, look, it's called Double Home. And you've got like a little area down here and an area up there. It's basically two of the previous ones just mixed together, because we were building in a similar style. And then we've got another little home over here. I really do miss doing this, actually, building little houses and little building projects like this. It's certainly a lot of fun. And then we have a very cool one over here, the Sunset Home. Yes, when the sun sets, it sets over there with this lovely view, which is why everything's just seating like this, so you can sit down and check out the view. Then we have a little crop field over here. The idea was to put some villages in this area, and they would now actually, in 1.8 even, attend to some of those crops, I do believe. These chests are full of grass blocks. Yeah, that's what I expected them to be full of, chicken eggs. I don't know where all that grass came from. We used to have a couple of temporary chicken farms around here, and I never got round to moving those chests, but that's why they're like that. And then we have a little building here that I'm quite proud of, which is the church. And we've got a couple of villager friends over here as well. I don't remember how far along we got with that, but I was getting into the villager trading. I think I brought them all the way over here, and something bad happened. I remember something really bad happened when I was recording, and one of my villagers got killed, as well as that episode I think I recorded with my microphone muted, so it was a bit of a double whammy. Over here we have some item frames, so they were in the game later on, but this was literally one of the last things I did on the server, was build this. So yeah, some item frames for detail. This is just a basic church. We've got more donator names down here as well, immortalized in the map. And just a random chest, and then a little store up the top here. And I love the back like that, the little pattern with the red behind it. Really like how that looks. But that is probably most of this place explored. I know there's a couple more things to see. Yes, and I've just remembered where one of them is, so let's fly over there and have a look. So, two things we didn't check out. The spider farm we will go and check out first of all. This won't take too long at all, it's a very small little project, but I love how this room looks, just using the grass, and the pistons have all got lights behind them for lighting, and although it's just a bit of grey and a bit of green, it's just so clean and nice and friendly, and I love this room. It looks really cool. You can turn on those lights in the middle as well with one of these switches. I think it's this one. There you go, and then you can press this to do some crushing, or actually I think that's to give you the items, because all you have to do is stand here, and I think the spiders drown. Maybe they don't. I can't remember. It's been a long time, but this was to get ourselves some spider eyes for potion brewing, because we didn't have really another good way of doing that. So let's go back through, and then we go into the strip mine, a project that was really cool when I started it. I don't think I ever finished off the whole thing, but let's have a quick look at what this is. So rather than just have, a regular old strip mine place, I decided to make ours look nice and pretty. So we had this cool ceiling with some piston lamps and logs going over either side and a walkway down the middle, which the void fog should kick in at some point and make this place really dark and gloomy. But I think it's because I'm in creative mode that it's not going to do that. And yeah, this is just a place to come and do some strip mining or branch mining, whatever the term, the correct term is. And you can see down here I never got round to finish building it on this side, and I remember this ravine right here. So that concludes the first part of our world tour of the old Hermitcraft map. As I mentioned earlier in the video, this one was mainly going to be about things that I built, and the second one we will check out other people's builds on this server. But it is a double episode of Hermitcraft. That's something we used to do on this map, so I thought it would be quite fitting since this world tour was going to take a fair bit of time to do. So if you want to leave a like and unlock that other episode, then please do so. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. It was a heck of a lot of fun to go around and check out this world, and of course you can download the map and see it for yourself. And in the second episode we will be checking out all the other things that people built on this server. But that is it for this one, so as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.